inspired me to play guitar? Well, I bought my first guitar at Guitar Center for 80 bucks when I was probably around 19, 18 years old, and I never picked it up. I bought it, strummed it like twice, and that's literally it. I had no interest in it. And then during October, my grandfather was diagnosed with cancer, and then my girlfriend broke up with me. And pretty much the entire month of December and a little bit of January, I was just doing everything I could to like forget about it. And none of it was healthy by any means. A lot of bad decisions on my part, and just everything was going downhill. And I remember when I got back to school, I was like, I can't keep doing this. I'm gonna probably kill myself by the end of the month if I keep going like this. And luckily for me, I saw my guitar like in the corner of my dorm and was like, oh, might as well learn how to play it. And I'm pretty much self-taught with it, but there were three major people who helped me learn how to play, how to be creative with it. My one friend, Jimmy, he taught me the basic chord structures, strumming patterns, all that. My roommate Aaron, he showed me basic rhythm techniques and just how to experiment with the guitar and everything. And then my friend Jeff showed me how to do power chords. Oh yeah, the classic. Main influences: Neil Young, especially during his Crazy Horse years, Ron Asheton of the Stooges, of course Kurt Cobain, Jack White. Bands with a really heavy, just simple heavy sound have always been the leading influences for me personally. The first song that I really wanted to learn how to play was the song Heroin by the Velvet Underground. Was only two chords, two really easy, close together chords that anybody could play. And it took me forever to be able to do it, but I learned how to play Heroin, and that just went on to some more complicated songs like I Want to Be Your Dog by the Stooges. The basic philosophy when it comes to playing his guitar is just express yourself with it. That's the best part. You know, if you have these stupid lyrics that you wrote down and you come up with music for it and you put them together, it's the best feeling ever. Just like that, it's the greatest form of expression that you did it, it's yours, and no one can ever take that away from you ever.
Probably my dad. When I was real little, he'd put on some cowboy songs and he'd sing them and play guitar. Some old, like, Marty Robbins stuff, just old stuff that my pap used to sing to him. I have a lot of influences. Directly, obviously, you got Jimi Hendrix, Jimmy Page, Eric Clapton, all those guys, just like Stevie Ray Vaughan, Kenny Wayne Shepherd, guys like that. But really, who has influenced me probably the most in my playing has got to be Duane Allman before he passed early on, and Dickie Betts and Warren Haynes. You got to play with feeling. I mean, whatever gets you to play. I mean, I don't really think it's all about flashiness and technicality, but as long as you play with feeling and you get some soul in there, that's how I think everyone should play. Just, you know, straight from the heart, as kind of funny as it sounds. I mean, I'm not too into the shredding. I like when I can hear cool stuff, but as long as you can feel it and you can hear that they're feeling it, that's what I like. I think that shit's pretty cool. Primarily my interest in music and me wanting to get better as a player. If you think that you're, you know, an expert, then that's kind of detrimental to your guitar playing, and you're gonna find yourself in a box. You always want to kind of think that you can keep improving. That's, you know, with kind of anything that you do, you want to just keep trying to get better, coming up with new things, new ways to do things. That's kind of what I'm aiming for, and just having fun and playing with people around me, like to play this or that. But yeah, that's why I still play. It's just a fun thing to do, you know, pass the time.
This is gonna sound really stupid, but the reason I wanted to play guitar is because around 6th grade, 7th grade, Guitar Hero 3 came out, and it was just the shit. And I was so good at it, I thought, oh, this must be as easy as the real thing. And after taking some guitar lessons, I found out that's not the case. But regardless, my parents thought that was like a genuine interest, so they ended up buying me a guitar anyway. And I've had that one ever since. I haven't changed it at all.
Just do the easiest riff of all time.
I don't really have much formal training. Most of it's just messing around on it until you get something right. For example, like, I found out while just playing around one day that this is how you play, at least the unofficial way, because apparently there's an actual way to play it. Sunshine of Your Love. It's just like... all on that one string, pretty much. Because that makes things a lot easier for me, because the hardest part about playing guitar, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people can back me up on this, is switching around on the strings with fingers. Like, that's when things get really complicated. So that's why stuff like power chords and stuff are so easy, because it doesn't involve much changing around. One of those things that either really you're invested in or you're not, you know? Some people can just pick up and put down things with no big problem. Others like latch onto it and that becomes a part of them. Like, I'm pretty sure with, I don't know, with other musicians that's like how they became who they are, or that's how they express themselves. And I don't really have a problem with that in terms of, like, you know, dealing with all that sort of stuff. So this is just sort of a casual thing.
I started playing guitar because it was more of like an interest thing. I used to go over to my friend's house all the time, and he had this tiny little like 3/4 scale guitar, and I used to just bang on that thing all the time. It didn't matter if it sounded good or not. I was pretty much just preoccupied, you know? And it wasn't until about a year after that that I started to actually pick it up, play it as an instrument fully. I wanted to play, you know, I was real big into the early 2000s rock group. You know, you had Flyleaf and Shinedown, Breaking Benjamin, Seether. I'm still very much into these bands, but those were kind of like the foundation of what I wanted to play, what I was interested in. You know, I wanted to rock out, but I also kind of wanted to be a little bit more reserved and be able to actually have people understand the lyrics and play, and it was more of an ease of access thing too, because that was really the music that I kind of grew up listening to. The biggest reason that I still play guitar is because everybody wants to express themselves somehow, and you know, some people say, you know, spoken word, or other people paint. There's a handful of people that make this their passion, make this their way that they express themselves. You hand me a guitar and I'm able to kind of express, you know, say I'm feeling this way, you know, I can kind of express that through the music that I play. And that's kind of the most important thing to me, is actually enjoying it, actually being able to express how you're feeling through the hobby that you've chosen.
Ultimately, the guitars helped me a lot. I got it because I loved rock and roll. That's literally it. I didn't really have an interest. I just wanted to get one. I had a lot of money laying around, got a guitar, strummed it 3 times. That's it. And then, you know, when it came time that I felt like I needed to do something, I saw this there and was like, all right, I'll learn something. And with the help of my friends just teaching me the basics, I got to try something new. And after about 2.5 years-ish, I'm getting pretty better at it. I can actually play a chord, I can do a few things. And, you know, life's a long journey, so there's probably going to be a lot more bad moments where I'm going to just lock myself in my room or just pick this thing up and just keep learning something so I don't focus on anything bad. So I'll see where it takes me.